Hello everyone, and welcome back to 333 News. You might be questioning why it's a little bit dark here, but, we're, we're using, low power on lighting right now because power outages are a potential threat that could happen here. So we have to use a low lighting mode. So now we have another update on tracking Grayson, Winter Storm Grayson. This storm is becoming more serious by the minute. Coastal floods were a huge issue earlier. But now I think they have calmed down. The problem has been solved and the tide went down, so coastal floods, we shouldn't be seeing too many of them anymore. However, they still have left impacts in a couple of places, but in most places I think the people have tried their best to drain out the water and maybe just naturally drained out too, in certain places. But coastal flooding, what we got for it earlier could still be an issue in certain areas. Our timing, it is still up to 10 p.m., so it's no change there. Here again we have our accumulations, so it's basically the same accumulations. I don't think that's going to change. But yeah, we've still got same accumulations, and we don't expect any change in that. Our wind speeds, in terms of our wind, still the same. However, these wind speeds are going to increase, however, these wind speeds do appear to be slightly increasing. So, there might be a change in that soon. And we have our current threats. Coastal floods are level 4 because of what happened earlier. Pretty damaging, really took up all the space on the roads. It tossed things around in people's yards. It's even causing damage to structure. So, it's pretty damaging. That's level 4. Wind and snow are both level 3 at the moment. They are high impact, but they're not as damaging as the coastal floods were. So, a little bit of a less impact for that, meaning we could be a little better off seeing that coastal floods are now dispersing and no longer in effect. Alright, now we're gonna get another live outlook from Wario's perspective, seeing that the winds are starting to pick up now, so back to you, Wario. Alright, so yeah, this is Wario, and the snow is not as heavy anymore. That's starting to calm down. We're seeing okay results out of that. The wind is starting to pick up, but there's a double over tree branch. The effects from the earlier coastal flooding are still a little bit over there. However, mostly it's gone. Snow is really taking its time to build up. Right in that path, it was all cleaned out, but now it's starting to build up again, and the accumulations are rising. Probably about 3 or 4 inches by now, in most areas. What you hear is that a bunch of structural damage is happening because of the winds. It said level 3 on the chart, though, so the winds, they can't be that bad, but they are. They are. The winds are really that bad. Well, you can see the snow is also terrible with the effects that it almost, the snow is, knocking out power in many areas, as you can clearly see how it is covering the lines. You can't really see them, but it's doing that. The snow is building up in many places, and the wind is helping the snow build up. In fact, it's making trees a lot flimsier too, and it's delivering a great risk for power outages and damages and structural damage and stuff. Seeing the double over tree branch that looks like it's about to snap right off. It's because the snow and wind combined that's creating the highest risk for power outages and damage. coastal floods are over with, but there's still more you're going to see out of this storm. And that's it for our update. Back to you, Frank. So you heard it then and now. That is our live outlook on Marshfield, and from Wario's perspective, you've heard the warnings he had said. Wind is picking up, snow is picking up too. Damaging levels are going to be expected out of both of those soon. And we might be seeing more power outages too, considering the probably 1,000 that have already happened. Even if it just blinked off for a second and then came back, it still counts. And we've recorded over 1,000 power outages total from this storm. And it was only lasting for about 9 hours or so. So that's all from 333 News for now, and we'll update you again later for more on Winter Storm Grayson, which is actually developing itself to be a nor'easter. It is a nor'easter, actually, not just a winter storm. So yeah, we'll update you later about the storm.